Requirements elicitation using FAQ, using questionnaires in order to elicit requirements. In this training module, we will look at how to exploit questionnaires in order to elicit requirements. Questionnaires are a very useful tool. In specialized domains where specialized knowledge is required, questionnaires can make the difference between getting good requirements versus not. We create question lists for different types of elicitations, often in order to be prepared for a elicitation session, in order that we may have good discovery of requirements. You will find that if you sit down with a group of people and identify questions that you can ask, that would help you prepare for your interviews in a given project. But if you can reuse that question list again in the next project, it is so much the better. How do you use elicitation technique of questionnaires? What you do is you go to the FAQ module, which is under Work, FAQ. Here, you can organize your FAQs under folders or create a new topic to work on. We ship the system with multiple topics that have predefined questions, generally for non-functional requirements. All of these topics have predefined questions based on a book by Roxanne Miller called The Quest for Software Requirements. So we worked with Roxanne in order to incorporate the output of her study, which she's then published as a book, which has been very popular. So you can get that book and refer to the information therein. We have incorporated the questions. So for example, if you're doing requirements on access security, you can give the topic a name, select the template, and go OK. In here, you will see that there are actually 155 questions. And of these questions, when you answer it, you would create requirements. So for example, I know there's a question there for, let's say, public data. This question. Okay, so the question is, what public data are accessed by the application? So let's answer this. And what I'm going to say here is I'll actually choose non-functional requirement that government data will be accessed via data.gov. And in writing that answer, it's created a work item for me. I can always open up the work item and flush out the details. Another answer to the same question might be that we want to use, let's say, census.gov. Let's say use census.gov for customer information. And in so doing, now I've answered two questions for the same. I've created two answers or two requirements based on the same question. And likewise, I can go and start answering other questions. If you have an answer that's already there in the system as a work item, then you can simply reference it. You don't have to create it brand new. Okay, so you can reference it, and what you do is you add answer, existing work item. If you know the ID, you can put in the ID, or you could say you can search it and say register. And so I don't have anything for register. Well, let's go through query and see what work items exist here. All right, so there are several work items. Let's pick this one up, and I've added that as the answer. Okay. And so really what these questions help you is as memory joggers or as tools that can help you think about certain topics. And the fact that there's 155 questions on this topic can be extremely valuable. Now, these are generic questions that once you answer, you can check it in. Now others can work on it, and so on. But what if you have got your own question lists that you want to insert in the system? So for that, you can create a new topic, perhaps choose blank one, and then let's say, so we'll just call it my questions one. So I'm going to create a few lists. This is one list. I'm going to create a question here. How will the user use this feature? I might create another one. How might we meet this business need? Or how might we think about this feature a bit differently? And so on and so forth. Okay. So I've added some questions here. And now if I want to make this available elsewhere, I simply go and save it as a template. My question one list, or perhaps I'll call this my question list one. Now this has become a template. Let me just go check this in, and I'll delete it. By the way, to delete it, you have to check it in first. And now what I can do is I can create a new topic, and under my template, I'll see my question list one. So if I do my Q1, now you can see I have those questions available. I can build on it. All right. Now remember, with all the FAQs, with our modules, there is the discover option where you can see what topics are available for help. And for example, this topic is create topic, and then you can see how to create a topic. All right. So discover is always there. You also have access to training and other resources in there. So please use that if you need to. But of course, this is pretty straightforward. But the power of planning, there's nothing that can replace thoughtful planning. And this is what FAQ module provides you with. So we have covered today how to create FAQs, how to answer FAQs, how to create custom FAQs, and in the process, identify requirements in a thoughtful way. Right. So this is, again, requirements elicitation using FAQ. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.